years ago, I came out to my dad via text message. My friend had to help me, so this is what I said. Dad, I hope this doesn't change anything. I am still your daughter, the person you raised me to be. This is just something I've got to get off my chest, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm gay. 3 minutes later, he called me. I was like, uh-oh, should I answer the phone? So I answered the phone. And what he said to me was with puro cariño, right? Which was like affection and love. And he said to me, you know I love you. That's not gonna change anything. So that was like really big, because my father and I, when I was growing up, all the time, back and forth, because I was a little feminist, right? And I was like, oh, you're being patriarchal, although I didn't say it like that, right? So, and he's not here to defend himself, so. And 2 weeks ago, I came out to my mom, tears and all, and she cried with me. Afterwards, she cooked her version of Jamaican, Indian, American food, and we made sarod, which is the Jamaican version of Jamaica. So she reminded me that, one, I have to forgive myself for not coming out earlier. And she also reminded me that regardless of what I may believe about myself right now, that I have to remember that I am the master of my creation, of my life. I've struggled with coming out since elementary school. The internalized homophobia and heteronormativity were like two hands choking me. Never mind that I was already a marginal ethnic group in Los Angeles, kind of Black, kind of Latina, but a first-generation American who spoke English just fine. Never mind that I started as a baby feminist, right? Challenging my dad. Home and school, I did not feel safe in either place. Where could I be me? I was always the hyper, happy tomboy who insisted on dancing in her seat in school, in class. But slowly silence crept over me. A whole part of myself shut down. I was fighting to get out just as hard as I was fighting to keep me in. Depression, attempted suicide, the silence, the invisibility. My savior? Metalheads and heavy metal music. My only real friends who acknowledge their emotions and dare to acknowledge the taboo. Los Angeles City College was the beginning of really acknowledging my power and my voice as a Black, Latina, Asian, Jewish, genderqueer lesbian from South Central Los Angeles. There I found mentors and peers who valued the passion of my critiques of all forms of power. At LACC, I learned that no matter what my story is, no matter where I grew up, my perspective and experiences were absolutely valuable. When I transferred to UCLA 3 years ago, I knew I was coming home to myself. I didn't know how, but it was through a combination of my coursework in gender studies, having the space to be able to challenge the binary of how we express ourselves, period, regardless, race, class, gender, sexuality, everything, but also intergroup relations gave me a space to use my I and say exactly how I felt about what was going on in my own life, within me, and also on campus. So the LGBT Center was a place that I kind of went to a few times, you know, walked in, didn't really talk to anybody. But there are certain women, some of you are in this room, Stephanie, Taylor, Rosie. Is Rosie in here? Because I know she likes to hide, but that's a powerful woman. And Wendy as well. Those 4 women being out really made a difference for me, because growing up, I didn't see queer women of color at all. So I always thought, wow, is there something wrong with me, right? So all of you, and the fact that this center exists, and all of you students here on campus being visible, that means a lot. So remember that as you go out, that your visibility, your courage, your insistence to dare is really important because it does save people's lives and it saves your own because it saves mine. So thank you.